Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Infraspace. I hope you're having a great day today. We have a whole lot of people at level 5 now. Most of our homes actually are level 5. These are all level 4, and I think that is the lowest level of house now is level 4. So our housing district doing pretty well. Let's take a look at resources really quick. You can see we're a little bit short on sand, so gotta add a little bit of that. That's a pretty easy one. Some of the ones that are a little bit more difficult, we need more microchips and we need more neural processors. Each one of those has a bit of an input, so we have to look at that. Probably more electronics are going to be needed as well. So we'll take a look at some of those production chains, and I'm going to get those started and try to get them anyway to kind of be near this station. We have a lot of room here to expand. I've added some extra electronics in this area, and since this is a highway, they can't be on the highway road, right? So I've got these little back roads, these little side roads next to the highway for them, and that's actually working out pretty well. I like that. We're going to continue that over here. One quick look though, I've upgraded how many home robots we've started to make. And so again, in order to actually facilitate the supply for that, we have to produce more of these things. So microchips, neural processors, a little bit more sand. Let's get some of that happening over here, shall we? So we'll start with the microchips, which require electronics. So I guess we'll start with electronics first. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have this sort of be over in this area. They're going to kind of go up the hill a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, and a little bit 4 if I can get it. Yes, 4, almost good enough. Okay, so we're going to have this road head down from here, let's say. Like that. And I would very much like this electronics to be on this road. So if you could maybe do that for me. There we go. Okay. We'll deal with power in a second. Now, all of these guys need iron. And all the iron's coming from over here. I want a shortcut for the iron. I've made this a highway, which I think is a pretty good thing, but I really want this a shortcut here. I've also moved our storages, and I'm going to move those again because they come to find out they really don't matter anyway. It's very unfortunate that they don't matter, but they don't. So here we go. Did I put this backwards? No, this is the back. The front should be the one with the doors. Yeah. Okay. So what I'd like is for this road to wrap to here. So we're gonna make this a highway. And this highway is just gonna wrap around. I would go curved with it, I suppose. Kind of be a bit more like this. This is just gonna let the iron go direct here if it needs to, in order to get it into where these electronics are. Okay. And we can go ahead and upgrade this. I think this road could be upgraded to highway and then also highway here. Now that's going to force, as you saw just now, the drives have to be on these lower tier roads. So basically every building has to be on a 1 or a 2. All the 3s and 4s are for high speed travel, and you don't get buildings on them, basically. So additional electronics. We're going to go off this. We're going to go 1, 2, and they only have one road they can actually be on. So 2, 3, 4. About 8 more should do, I think. Let's make sure we have power to all of these. And I'm thinking of just putting in another substation. Probably right about here should cover everything I ever need in this area. So we'll go about like that. Okay. Then we'll get the power to come off down the hill here, I guess. We'll just bring it down from here and hook it up to this. Cool. Everything's got power now. Isn't it nice? Okay. I probably could have went from here cheaper, but it doesn't matter. All right. Now notice we've got a big iron. There's a bit of a problem here with all the supplies coming this way. It looks like a lot of it wants to just go right on through. We're going to force a lot of this iron to go here, because we're going to be using it a lot. So also this wants copper as well. Now copper is an interesting thing because copper's right here, so actually that's a really close thing. But copper is also interesting because it tends to clog up traffic in this area, and I kind of want to look at that after a little while because traffic in this area kind of sucks, if I'm being frank. It really is bad. Maybe expanding this would be better. which is no doubt going to make some of these buildings not work. But if I was to go like this, for example, and just make this a big old thick road, right? Probably all the way up to at least here, right? And then maybe even all the way to here, yeah. I would like to get this to where these guys can, you know, spread out a bit. So I'll have to move this. You should. You're not going to fit there. I can move this. Does that work for you? I move you over? Yeah, that works. Okay. This one doesn't really work real well right now. It's because of this building. I could slide these all over, but that's really expensive. It's probably better for me to just... Well, actually, there's some room with this one. Let's see if I can maybe slide you over just a tad bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this to get the spacing perfect so that these are valid. Just a little bit. I'm gonna end up moving all these anyway. Oh, I'm moving them too far this way. I think that's why. You know what? Let me just play around with these. Okay, I tweaked it a little bit, and I think it's all working out now. So I've expanded the capacity of this squiggly little road here. We'll see if they get caught up again. I don't like this. I don't like how this kind of goes like that. It seems like there's just an unnecessary amount of intersections in this area. And I would also like this building to go off of this road as far as like its exit point or its out. But I don't think it'll actually do it for me. I don't think there's anything I can really do about which road this thing decides to use. Unless I make this a highway. That would be the only way, is if I made this a highway. But I'm going to invalidate a lot of buildings if I do that, so I'm not going to do that. But here we go. So we'll see if that fixes anything. It's an upgraded road and stuff now. One other thing I could potentially do is just kind of trying to keep an eye on where the copper wants to go primarily. So if I was to click one of these trucks, for example, that one's going over there. The motor factory that's sitting over there. This one's going... Yeah, they're all going into this motor factory area. And I'm curious... I can probably solve a little bit of this if I connected these two. And I'm wondering if I can get a road right through here. I'm going to bring this down here. Can I have a road? Oh, won't let me. It's these rocks. They just don't work that way. I'm wondering about like going all the way around. Like maybe having something like this, but that's still going to be kind of registered as the long way, right? I don't want it to be looking like the long way. Unless I use one of these silly super highways, which we unlocked. The super highway might be an option, but I think actually just bunching these things a little bit closer together would be a better option. I like where this is located, but it's because this road isn't straight, right? It's not perfect squares, and it has a tendency to not cooperate with me on spacing. But if I was to slam these a little bit closer together, right? I know I started all the way over there with the train track, and now I'm over here. Like, you get distracted, but there's a traffic issue over here, and I was looking to solve it today, so this isn't off topic from what I planned. I was just doing it a little bit different order than what I planned. All right, good. And I should be able to connect these two roads now, hopefully. We'll just go ahead and put a road in right like that. Excuse me? What? That makes, oh, this freaking curved road tool's on. All right, well, now this entire road needs to be deleted. Good for you. That looked really silly. Go like this and like this. Okay, much better. So this will make it hopefully to where some of these cars want to turn right here instead of continuing into this area. And then one other thing I could maybe do then is get this road to go connect, and then they could turn even sooner if they wanted to. But I think just introducing this back road here is going to help us with traffic over in this area. That might be all we really need. So a little bit of resource spend, but I think it went a long way. And we could actually increase how much steel we're producing. If I slide this over a little bit, slide this over just a little bit. Ooh, that's cool. All the way in here like that. Is that clipping? It kind of is. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It's clipping. I don't like clipping. Have I told you guys I don't like clipping yet? I don't like clipping. I mean, some of these I don't really have a choice, but there we go. Almost. We're gonna find a spot here where this thing wants to go in. Actually, I could probably. What's wrong with that road? What's wrong with this road? Okay, I moved the road out a little bit. That's the best I can do because this rock being here, so it has to do this. This is like the maximum I can go. And then I had to turn this one a little bit this way in order to get it in, but now I've got this extra space. And I was hoping to drop an extra steel factory in here, so that's what I'm gonna do, and right there. All right, so that'll hopefully help a little bit too. And we'll get all this stuff kind of not being crowded with traffic anymore, all right, so back over here. Because the goal at the start of this was to make sure that we had everybody in level 5 housing is what I wanted to do at the at this. And look at this. Am I done? Wait, was I already producing enough to make that happen? I thought I had more to go, but I guess not. Good. Well, as we expand, we're still going to need more of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get some microprocessors put in, and we're going to put this. Go microchips, and the microchips same thing. Actually, we're gonna want to bring another road this direction, and I think I'm gonna connect these up straight up like this. No, I've got an idea. Well, I had an idea. Now I'm not sure that idea is any good. Let me go like this for now, and then we'll take the microchips. We're gonna put them off this road. Now some of them will have bonuses, some of them will not. One thing we could do to solve that is just to flip-flop the electronics and microchips, right? So part of my goal when I play games like this is not to show you the most optimal way to do it, but to show you a whole bunch of different ways to do it. And we can see which one works the best, right? Because I don't know the game. So as we play the game, we learn new things and we discover new ways of doing things. And so if I put you like this, now everybody gets the bonuses that they seek, right? So not placing them in a way where they are all bunched together, but rather intertwined is actually better. So for these large rows of stuff, I should not have this. This is not the best way to do this. What you should do is take all these little tiny areas, all the little inputs and outputs, and just intertwine them together. So don't make big grids of the single resource, right? And then that would help you out there too. We're gonna need some sand. Now, if I place sand nearby these things, I think they get bonuses. But what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna place, large sand mine. I'm gonna place a couple of large sand mines here, here, and here. Then I'm gonna connect this road and really hope that doesn't introduce a whole lot of unnecessary traffic to this street, but it might. So a lot of these cars are going to end up going this way instead of going this way, and that's just going to be the way it is. But yeah, a lot of extra traffic, but we'll see how that plays out. So extra sand, right? That's what we were looking for, and getting the sand into here. So we're making more microchips. Yep. Good, and we want to expand that just a little bit more, so we're going to go microchip here and here, and then follow that up with electronics here and here. Very good. Okay, and then on the back side of this, we'll want more electronics, so we'll just go like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll say probably microchips, actually. We'll say 5. We're going to use all of these. These are not overproducing. These are all going to be needed sooner or later anyway. All right. Then we take the road, as you know. We go like that and like that. Now what ends up happening is all of their resources end up on this road because there's nowhere else to go. And then they have to whip around and go on this street in order to get where their destination is. So what I'm going to do here is I want to take you. I'm going to put you right over. I honestly like to stick you like right here, but yeah, can I just do this? Okay. No, this is dumb. Right? It doesn't matter, right? Because the storages don't actually operate, I guess, the way they're supposed to. The way I would figure that they would operate. So I don't even need that. And because I don't need that, now I get to upgrade this road, which is the underlying thing I was trying to do, is upgrade this road. Okay. So these guys can go that way. But the other place I want them to go is I want them to go straight here, because this is the way in, right? They're going to go in and drop off their stuff. So now I want a highway that goes like that. And this is going to let cars from this side drop things off into here. And I actually want to go a step further here, I think, and make this a one-way so that we don't have traffic going into this area from here. So this is going to, again, let cars, all the stuff that's being made here is going to be able to get brought over here. And that's going to create a huge bottleneck in traffic. So the last step here is to let exits, not entrance. This is a highway. We go like this. One way into that direction and one way into this direction. Now, all of these vehicles have a way to get into here or to get out of here, but they don't have the best way to get in. Wow, this is a lot more, honestly, this is a lot more traffic than I thought there would be. I want to say it's because they don't have the resources delivered, but like once they get their initial deliveries, it'll clear up. This is a lot heavier than I expected. Yeah, it is. Expand that. I'm also curious to know what happens when I expand roads. Like, do they just get teleported to their destination, or do they get completely delete that resource and have to be brought from somewhere else now? I don't know. There we go. Okay. This looks a bit more the way I expected it to look. Lots of flowing cars and not a lot of traffic, even though we have a lot of stuff being made here. We'll expand upon this idea now. So we're going to take and go with the, I want to say it was nanoprocessors. What was the other component I needed to make? We're low on neuro, so maybe I should do neuro. All that needs is carbon and sand, which is over here. So we'll just expand this by going like that, and almost, yep, like that. Okay. So we got carbon, nanotubes. Sorry, that's nanotubes. That's nanotubes. Well, you know, we're gonna need nanotubes too. There they are. But neural process is what I was supposed to be making, which is right here. So we'll put those on the other side. And again, I think intertwining them is better, right? So what we should do, I think, is we go like this, then we bring some of these. Let's say we bring you over. We bring you over, right? Then we pop a couple more of these. All right, so we don't make these big lines of buildings. We we just expand upon it this way. More of these. And it doesn't make it look as pretty. But for the min-maxers out there, that seems to be the better approach. Me, it doesn't. Me, it seems that way anyway. Right, like so. Okay, and it looks a little more interesting too, in my opinion, having a lot of different, you know, like this is uninteresting to me. This is boring as hell. Where you look at this and it's all different shapes, like this right here, gross. I actually don't like this. And they have different building designs, and that's cool. But there's a lot of things I wish I could change about this. For one, colors. Everything is blue. Why is everything blue? Oh man, I want so much more out of this. I do. Okay, large sand mine. Here we go. Let's get more sand here, 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 here. All right, lots and lots of sand. And then we want that sand to, of course, have a way for direct delivery all the way from here. Wait, now I want to make sure I'm not going to get in the way of production here, because the last thing I wanted to make was home robots right here, and that requires motors in this area, and also steel to be delivered. But steel delivery can come from over here, I think. We're making lots of steel here. They can go ship there and then bring the steel to here. Yeah, that's fine. We should be able to get steel delivered here pretty quickly. But none of your inputs are here. That's the problem. We don't have any copper or anything like that, so we're just going to get a couple of these motors, I guess. We'll put them over here, over like this. Let's connect this dot like that. This looks terrible. Roads. Come on, roads. Don't do this to me, roads. It's so painful. Okay. Schools. Hey, should we just drop one of these real quick? Just to provide the need? I think so. I'm going to drop it right here. How about 2 of them? Boom, boom. Gun. Okay. Wait, you don't have a road? Why? Oh, do you have to be that direction? Looks like you have to be that direction. That's fine. We'll do it over here. 1 here. And then 1 right, like, on this side, I guess. Put you like that. All right. Provide education to the kids. Go. There's 186 need. Oh, man. I need a lot more schools, don't I? Uh-huh. Okay, we'll do 1 here, and then we'll do 1 on the other side like that. And then we'll do another 1 over here. Like that. Yep. And then hopefully that satisfies all of your requirements. Maybe 1 over on this side too. Yeah, I think so. Put 1 right like that. And maybe 1 right here. Yep. Okay. Hopefully that satisfies some of your requirements for education. I just used all of my steel to do that. Which means I probably won't have enough for this building, but we'll see. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. 3 motors. Very nice. And then the final thing for this is I want to get a whole bunch of home robots made on this side, which of course requires a lot more steel that I don't have. So at the end of the day, all of this stuff gets connected really, really close to here. The summary of what I was looking at and the summary of what I wanted to say was, if you're planning ahead for trains, as I thought I was, but I actually didn't really do it very well, is that the center of your train, my train station should be like right here, right? If this rock wasn't here, perfect place for a train station. And then all of this can just merge into the trains instead of being on the roads, right? So any additional expansion, additional manufacturing, and all that stuff that I end up making that needs to go into the residential area is going to connect to this train station. Or it's going to connect to this train station, which is a little bit also more likely, I think, because we have 2 new resources over here. We have the iridium, and we also have uranium. And there's also a good source of iron over here, like a lot, and also copper. So like this is a very good manufacturing area if it wasn't for all the cliffs. And so this right here will probably be at where I end up making all that manufacturing stuff at, which is again connected directly to this train station. And then it goes this way. And then what we could do, in case we need to deliver it local here, and I'm going to do this anyway, because if we need to deliver it local, then cool, is I can take a train track, preferably at a place where it's higher. This will do, right about here. And I could lift this up to go over top of this, right? I could lift this up to go like that, right? And then we take it all the way down and hook it up to here. Right? Like that. It gets... Why is it always never... It's never going to be flat, but it's nice though. It goes all the way into there. Right? And then this is in case the train needs to stop here if I want to set up a line. So if I'm going to create a whole bunch of stuff right here, right now it's got to go all the way to residential. But if I don't want it to go to residential, and if I want the raw resources to be delivered to the industrial, then it needs to get dropped off at this station. And then it takes the highways all the way over here, clipping included, I guess. I can't do anything about that. And then all the way in on this highway gets dropped off into this area, which is nice. Yeah. More steel. And then I need more iron to be here too. I would really actually genuinely like to have like this source of iron right here delivered to this train station and have that dropped off over here into the steel. Like if I wanted to put a whole bunch of steel right here, I could, you know, like we just put a ton of steel right here. And then hopefully this encourages the iron mines, right, to come over here and drop the resources off on this side. I want the iron mines to take it onto the train. I'm not really restricting what resources the trains can bring. I'm kind of just letting it do its own thing, just see how it works. You know, what do the trains like to do? What do the trains want to do, etc. So I'm kind of just doing it that way. And, you know, obviously, if you want to really get micromanaging into it, then it's probably a good idea to, well, you know, micromanage it. But the hope is that if I create enough steel right here next to this, I want to create a whole bunch of steel here, here. Yeah, like this. Good, good, and good. Pop a bunch of carbon here, or at least a little bit. Get a little bit of carbon here. There we go. And then the iron can be brought in from that side as well, and you'll see all the cars are just going to start funneling into here. But if I was going to just kind of do something like this, right? Now I have this new thing where cars can come out and... Oh, what are they doing? Oh, they won't use this lane. Is that the way it's supposed to be? I also just love... Every road in this game is like, yeah, like you said, bacon roads. Every road in this game is just, yep. Trying to get it over the hump. But you see what I'm saying? So like, if I can get iron delivered over here. So if I hook this up, let's say I take this road, super highways, right? We take super highways. I want to use one of these anyway. We go like this, and I say, hey, replace this with a super highway. It doesn't have to be a really thick road. It only has to be this one laner, right? There we go. Change the direction to be like that. There we go. Like that. And then we just one more time upgrade. Yeah, change the direction, and then again upgrade, go and go. Right? Same thing. Okay. So if we do that, and I guess I probably should get this street to just so there is a connector of some kind to drive that direction if they want to. I doubt anyone needs to do this very often, but just in case, I'll do this. But now, if I was to go in no hypotheticals like this, that's too big of a road, but whatever. And just take this iron, because I need a lot more iron, I think. And just go 1, 2, 3. No? You suck. Ah. Right, hang on. Tell me this will fit. Yep, there we go. Put this like so. Lots of iron, right? Just do a whole bunch of it. So much iron hooked up to this. Right? And then we just put them all on the super highway, man. You know what? There's enough cars here where I think we can make this happen. Why don't we just, yeah, why don't we just do something like this? That cost a lot. These are very expensive roads. Right? So we do this, and then we're just, let's make the 2-laner. They're probably super fast. Like, I bet they get, it's probably like, I don't know, super futuristic speed that they reach here. But yeah. Let's go ahead and grab a substation. We'll just pop this down. I can't pop it down on the road, but it doesn't actually have to have a road connection, I don't think. So we'll put it about like here, I guess. And we'll take this, yeah, and we'll go like this and connect it like so. All right, so with all this running, that's a lot of iron. And now it's just gonna go out the mines and then just look at him go. If I speed this up, it's like it just gets shot out of a bullet, dude. Shot out of a bullet? Shot out of a bullet. Yep, I said it. Can't take it back now. Shot out of a gun. Okay, they just get now, if they're in this lane, it looks like they have to go slower. So that's forcing them to get over here. Weird. Because it's not connected to a highway or something, I guess. Kind of strange. But now they're just getting completely... Oh, look at this. We need to expand. We will make them. We need to expand. Yep. But, you know, I have the 6-lane roads and stuff now, too. So I'm wondering... I don't have to wonder. We just make this work. Highway... Upgrade. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at that 6-lane glory. Oh, yeah. We're going to shove a whole bunch of iron in here, and then the train will just take it over there. Oh, yeah. That's a lot. Trains all arrive at the same time. Love it. And then I want to see how much do you have. 184 iron ore. Oh, you gotta love how that worked out. Yes. And this is waiting for steel. But guess what? We have tons of iron, so why don't we just make some local steel too? I mean, what's stopping us from just making local steel, huh? Why not? Why not just make the steel right here at home? What's the problem? Huh? Right here? No problem here. We got tons of iron coming through. Some of it can just take a detour and head up the road. You know? And actually some of it, oh, you know what? Here's what we need to do. Yeah, we need to do this. I want a 1-lane highway to go this way. That's just going to allow the iron that's over there to connect itself and go this way. If it needs to deviate, it can go that way. But it's a 1-lane. So it won't interfere with this traffic here. See, sometimes I guess it sometimes uses it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So I think it's a lot more advantageous in the future as we expand new inventory. It's been a long day. As we expand new industries and stuff and we get new resources to really rely on expanding it near the train station. I think it'd be so good. Okay, and then actually, now that we're pumping so much stuff in that station, I think we need more lines, right? This red train, maybe we can use 3 trains here because we're gonna pump a lot of stuff in there. So, and then this line is the blue train that takes stuff to that destination. There's already 2 trains working, so I think that's probably fine. But like, I don't know. Like, we're not even filling up the trains, I don't think. Maybe getting another train wasn't a great idea. I don't know. Education is still underserving the population. We need more education. This is true for all. This is true for real life as well. Definitely need more education. We can just do it off this actually. Oh, but they have to be like this though. That's the downside. All right, we'll do it like this. The big old row of schools right here, they can all deliver all the education to these citizens. And then I'll put another one right here, I guess, for good measure, because we can. We can put another one over here on this side, I guess, because we can. I don't really want to crowd this road with a lot of stuff because it's, you know, it's where the stuff comes off the train, but still. I don't know if it costs me anything more to run multiple trains like this. Like, even though the trains aren't full, having many shorter, it moves the supply quicker, right? The supply that we do have there, it moves it quicker. I don't know if there's really a downside to having more trains, you know? And then on this side, I think I want this to join the loop. So I think I want you to get into... Oh, I needed to be able to get this way, though, don't I? Yeah, so you're going to need to whip a Yui. I don't know. Where am I going to take this track? I mean, if this is going to deliver stuff to this industrial area, which is cool and all, but if that's going to happen, then where does it go from there? He's got to go back, right? I guess so. Unless we want it to intertwine with other tracks. This is the more expensive way to do it, is having all the trains separated. And then we raise it up. There we go. Then we turn a little bit like this. Make many, many points. I'll drop it down. And now, if we're going to get this to meet up with this track again, right now we're getting to the point where we're going to need signaling. And this is another thing I really wanted to explore with this, was signaling. I want to see how that's going to work, right? So far, we have not needed any signaling. But this is going to require it. Otherwise, there are going to be collisions. So, how does it work with signaling? Because I don't see any process, any sign, any signaling whatsoever, right? I mean, I don't see it. I haven't seen the need for a signal yet, and this is going to cause one, because now it's going to get on this track and head back this direction, in which then I will probably have it go from here and then cross over top of this and dock into here. And then it'll whip a Yui and then combine itself onto this track and share it. So there'll be like a partial track share in that way. But I don't see any idea as to how we do signals. Is that a research or something? Nuclear power is going to get started because I want to look at uranium next video, if I can hook it up. So we'll need to do that because I already have uranium mining. And then recycling should be next. We'll follow that up with iridium, and then, I guess all this stuff doesn't really matter which order, so we'll just do it like this. Okay. See, I want to investigate signals. I just don't know how. So we'll have to look at that. The soil enrichment facility is going to make all this food even better, I think. I think that's the idea. Is it helps vegetable farms, or is it just fertilizer factories? I think it's the vegetable farms. So we would move these around so that this is in the middle. So we would want to go about like here. Here with the first one, it should be fine. So if I move you to be here instead, I could put one of you like this. There we go. And then I'm going to have to move, I think probably you. We'll move you over like so. And then we'll put the soil enrichment center. Where'd it go? I missed it. There it is. Put that right here. That covers those ones. Ooh. Doesn't quite get that though. How do I... Can I tweak it? As far back into the center of this as I can go. Does that work? Weird. Huh? Wait, what? Hold up. That didn't make any sense. Man! Like, come on, dude. Don't do me like that. Alright, tell you what. Let's commit to just trying our best to keep this side working. Like this. There. And we'll leave that one because then we can just use this one, like say here. Yeah, we'll use this one like right here to get that side. Okay. And then, I mean, now I can handle even more food, which I should do because I'm probably gonna start needing more. Probably, I don't know. Good meals. We're overproducing big time, but I'm gonna leave it in here anyway. We're gonna add a lot more jobs in a second here, so we're gonna need them. And then we're gonna move this just a tad. Good enough. And then stick you right here. There we go. And wait for it. Connected. Okay. So all the soil enrichment centers. Then we'll add one more of these because we can. And we'll go like that. Yeah. All right. So now you guys know the plan, all right? We're going to work in this area in the next video. This area is, we're going to start developing this a little bit. I need to save up concrete. My population is actually under my jobs, the number of jobs that I have. So I have housing for enough to satisfy the jobs, right? I'm right at the peak. And so I'm going to end up with this area now where I have to expand. I need more houses. And that's why I'm overproducing a lot of what they need. The houses need. So survival food, producing 265, but we only really need 445. And then park, 240 instead of 180. The culture is being produced at 150 instead of 113. And then I'm working on schools, man. I don't know. They don't... education's a tough one, I guess. But all I really need to do is I need to start laying in more houses. And so if I did this, damn, this was supposed to be laid all the way through here. Now I'm not sure what to do with it. I can't fit more schools in here. These schools might need to move because I think I want another row of, I know I do. I want another row of housing through here. So I would go like this. Yep, and then this, just like so. Almost got it. Might have to move these around because I think those are too close once the upgrades happen. And then same thing here. We just pop them down right behind each other like this. And then I need to do something about these schools. So I'm going to move them. For now, I'm going to move them over here. That's expensive. That's a pricey school right there. Wow. Just moving it is going to cost me this much steel. Come on now. Yep. I'm going to have to move them somewhere else. It can be outside the city. It doesn't have to be right on top of it, though, right? I mean... put it on this side and then put it over here. Just put it in places where we're not, you know, crowding traffic already. You can put it over here where the parks are, you know. Who's gonna say no to that, huh? And then we need probably more parks too, so I'm just gonna add another one right there too. But now all of these need the regular old roads to go down, just like these do. So we're gonna go like this. And then all the way over like this, and then I'm going to connect it here instead. So I don't interrupt that highway. Because this highway, I have bigger plans for this highway. It goes all the way down here. Yep, we're going to do that with this highway, with the super highways. And that's going to be fun. And then we're going to have this stuff being transported by car with the super highways, and this stuff being transported by train. We'll have to just play around with it, do it different styles, different ways, just because. And then here's nuclear power. Well, of course, we need a lot more stuff to do that, and it generates a whole lot of power. I like solar panels because it has no input, and it's a one-time cost, right? There's not constant cost to this. And that's what I love about solar. You don't have to keep giving it input. You just set it and you forget it. And, you know, like for big, I'm talking real life now, in big solar installations, yeah, you need some engineers on site to help with maintenance, but it's not like coal, natural gas, or nuclear. You don't need constant input, and you don't have to deal with waste and the consequences of it. It's just there. It's just clean, pure energy. Just like the wind, except wind turbines, a little bit more maintenance in those, a lot more moving parts. But I digress. I think you all understand this kind of stuff. We need all of it. Not one single source can fix the problem. We need all of them working together, except for coal and gas. We can get rid of those shits. All right. Take it easy, everybody. I love your faces. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like the video if you do. I hope you do. I worked really hard on it. You can subscribe if you haven't already. And I really hope that you'll join me for the next one. With Infraspace as we explore the more advanced resources in the game, which is, let's say, uranium, iridium, and we'll start making all the cool stuff that all the cool kids have. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.